Hello everyone, so this is Jyoti Vathwani from St. JKD International School Sirohi, and in this today's video session I am going to teach you a topic from class 5th, that is germination of seed and dispersion. So in this particular topic we are going to cover some more topics like what do you mean by germination, structure of seed, what all are the conditions for a seed to grow, process of germination, and the last one, dispersal. So this all are the contents which we are going to study in today's topic. So here we learn about this one by one. So let us start from the main heading itself. Germination. What do you mean by germination? Germination is a process by which a seed gets converted into a new plant in some favorable condition. So it is a process in which seed gets converted into new plant under some favorable conditions. So this is all about the process of germination. Germination is basically a process in which seed converts into a new plant under some favorable conditions. So next we will study about what is the structure of seed. Before studying germination, we will firstly see about what do you mean by structure of a seed. So this is a seed. This outer covering, you can notice over here, this outer protective covering is known as seed coat. It protects the inner material of the seed. This phase, you can notice over here, this is called as cotyledons. Here food is stored. This is called as cotyledons. Here over food is being stored. And you can observe a small structure over here. This is a new growing plant and this is known as embryo. Means this is the main part from where a new plant grows. Right? So this is the part from where a new plant grows. So this was all about structure of seed. Moving towards next point. What all are the conditions? What are the favorable conditions in which a seed must grow? The first one is sunlight. Warmth, moisture, nutrient-rich soil, and good quality of seed. So this all are the condition, all the favorable condition in which a seed must grow. The first one is sunlight. Obviously a plant needs sunlight to grow. Second one is warmth, that is temperature. This is the suitable temperature for a seed to grow. Third one is moisture, which is present in the soil. Fourth one is nutrient rich soil. All the minerals or all the nutrients which are eligible for a seed to grow must be there in soil. Good quality of seed should be there. So this all are the conditions in which a seed must grow. Now we would I would like to teach you about what is the process of germination, right? So this is the structure of germination of seed. From this diagram you would be clearly understanding about this. This is a small seed, right? Later on, when all the conditions are in favor, I told you that seed will grow under some favorable condition. So when all the conditions are in favorable, this seed starts growing. This is embryo. As I told you in the structure of seed, this is embryo, and slowly root will form from this, the downer part of embryo. This will form roots, right? So in third phase you can see that roots are being grown. Now this is the seed coat, right? When the root will get mature or start growing deeply, this seed coat will burst. Under the smaller phase, that under the early phases, the seed will get food from cotyledon. Seed will get food from cotyledon, but when roots will get mature, it will uptake all the nutrients from the soil itself. Right? So when the seed coat will burst out, the cotyledon will get divided into two parts, and from this a new plant will grow. You can see in the diagram that a new plant has started growing, right? And after this a small plant will grow, all the leaves will take its structure, and process of photosynthesis will get started. Because now the leaves are mature enough, they will trap sunlight from the sun. Shoots are also mature enough. First root were mature, then shoots were mature, and now leaves are mature. So they can do photosynthesis, and slowly this plant will grow. So this was all the process of germination. Let me explain you once again. Seed, right? Under some favorable condition, seed will form a small and this embryo will form a small plant from this seed. After that, this seed will get food from cotyledons. This seed will get food from cotyledons, because in early phase no leaves are there. How it will trap sunlight? So it will get food from cotyledons. Later on, this seed coat burst. Seed coat burst and forms after this seed coat will get burst and form foliage. So now you can notice over here a new plant has been grown, right? Roots will get mature, then shoots will get mature, and then new plant will start growing. This is the seed, then slowly embryo will get mature. After that root will get mature, and when root before the maturation of root, the seed will get food from cotyledons. Okay, after that when roots get mature and plant will come outside of the soil, this cotyledons or this seed coat will get burst and a new plant will form from this cotyledons. Now roots are mature enough and leaves are also growing, so they will trap sunlight from the sun and start the process of photosynthesis. So this was all about the process of germination of seed. So now shoots are mature enough and leaves are also mature enough. So the process of photosynthesis will take place, and then this new plantlet will grow as usual, right, into a new big plant. So this was all about germination. Moving toward next, that is dispersal. First, let us discuss about what do you mean by the main term dispersal. Dispersal is a process by which seed scatters away from mother plant. Seed scatters, so that it would move to new place and grow over there to increase their population. So this process is very necessary for increased population. Dispersal is a process by which seed scatters from some factors. So now we will study about what all are the factors which helps in dispersal of a particular seed. There are mainly 5 factors. The first one is by wind. Some of the seeds are light weighted, right? As some of the seeds are light weighted, so what they will do? They have some wing-like structure. So with the help of wind, they will move from one place to the another place. So this is known as dispersal by wind. By wind, because this is the factor which is responsible for the dispersal of seed from one point to another. This is the factor. That's why dispersion of wind. Dispersion of seed by wind. The example of dispersion of, let me firstly explain you from the, this is the dispersion taken place with the help of wind. Example, cotton seed. So this was the factor of dispersion, that is by wind. As seeds are light weighted, so they can move from one place to another with the help of wind. For example, cotton seed. So this was all about the first factor. Now moving towards the second factor. So this was all about first factor. The second factor is by water. Some of the seeds are also dispersed with the help of water. So water is also an important factor of seed dispersal. Example, coconut and lotus. The seeds of coconut and lotus are being dispersed with the help of water. You can clearly see in the diagram, right? This is the dispersion of seed with the help of water. This is coconut, and from this a new plant is growing, right? So this was all about the second factor, that is dispersion with the help of water. The third one is by animals. happened, these seeds would get attached to their hairs, the hairs of the animal. And when animals move from one place to another, these seeds will get detached from their skin, or we can say hairs. These seeds will get detached from their hairs, and where they, at the place where they will detach, they will start growing over there. So this is the seed dispersal by animal. You can notice over here a dog have seeds. These are small seeds. This is noticeable in the picture. These are small seeds. Now what will happen when this dog will move from one place to another place? This seed will get detached from its body and start growing over there. So this was all about seed dispersal by animals. Explosion. This is quite different from the other one because in this, fruit of some plant burst, or we can also say open, when they are ripened and scatter the seed in all directions. Like fruit of a plant will get burst, and all the seeds present in their fruit will get scattered around there. And when they will scatter from a fruit to the another place, so they will start growing over there. Right? When a fruit will get ripened, this will get burst, and after bursting, all the seed will get scattered. And when this scattered seed will move from one place to another, this will grow into that place. So this was all about explosion, right? Let me explain this through the help of a diagram also. You can clearly notice in the picture that a fruit, this is a fruit, it is getting burst and all the seed are scattering from the fruit, right? So this was all about the explosion. Example of this is pea, beans. Example of the dispersion by explosion is, the first one is pea and the second one is bean. So moving on to the last factor, that is by humans. When under some favorable condition, humans move in the area of forest, or we can say planted area. The seeds, the small seeds which may be present on the ground can be stuck to their shoes, socks or pants or anything bag. So when the humans move from one, same like animals only, when humans will move from one place to another, these seeds may get detached from their body, or we can say bag or something other factor, so they will start growing over there. So humans are also an important factor of dispersion of seed. So this was all about my topic. In this particular, we have studied about what is the germination of seed, what all are the processes, what all are the conditions, and what is dispersion, what do we mean by factors of dispersal. So hope this video would clear to you. Thank you very much.